Yes, microphone, action, live, everything. Right. Hello, everybody. It's going to be slightly chaotic type of stream. Did I do some prep for the stream? Yes. Did I get everything that I wanted for the stream? No. Did I find things that I'm like, ooh, maybe this is better? We will have a chat about that in a bit. So what I did off stream, I did a lot of foam play, sorting out the seams on my right leg. And it looks pretty getting there. So I even did the inside. So once a layer of plastic dip goes on there, it should be alright. I'm just here and there still a little bit like here that I need to smooth out a little bit more foam clay. But in general, it's pretty good. Let's look at all the cat hair. It's the life of the cat. But yeah, so this one is pretty much getting there. So it just, a little bit of more like little points, like you can see here probably. Like a little bit where it still needs to be a bit up to date. Hey GR, welcome in. Now, I did do a little walk test, and I also did a little test to make sure that my thigh armour fits underneath. And what I've realised is, like, this is quite straight up, and this is very close to where my leg is. So I need to make sure, I need to make a little jig, that I need to curve it a little bit more round so that the thigh armour fits better in here. It will rub. I need to make sure that I put something, make them a little bit shorter, so this point here. But this one is quite a little bit more squished on the side, and it looks pretty good. And also if I make sure that the knee goes a slightly bit to the outside, like your normal knees do, it doesn't actually hit this one as much. So this is, you can see the update on that, what we've done last week. You can see it a lot better now because the foam clay dries a bit more grey than black. But this one needs to be a little bit more like this, like so that this goes more around my knee instead of being like a flat face. So I've been trying to figure out. I've been like heating it up, holding it, but it's not keeping its form as much. So I need to figure that out. It still hits, so this is my left, it still hits a bit on this side. So I might have to change the angle a little bit. Is that my left knee? Yes, it's my left knee. Yes. So this side. No, that side. No, hang on. Oh yeah, the camera is inverted, sorry. Yeah, so this is the inside of my knee. So this needs to be maybe a little bit taken in, or this side. This on the inside here, so make that a bit more straight up. Other than that, it kind of still slightly rubs on both, on the top bit here, onto my thigh armour. But in principle now it looks a bit more like the image. So we just have to work with it once we get everything sorted. I didn't try it on with my leggings on, so that the thigh armour might have moved it a bit more down instead of moved it where it's supposed to be. But yeah, so one of the things I was doing, since about 80-85%, maybe even more than that, of my apartment when I moved in, it was bare, there was no doors, no nothing. I did most of the work in this place. I designed the kitchen, fitted the kitchen, all that sort of stuff. The only thing I didn't do was installing the induction plate and the oven, because I'm not going to play with high voltage electricity, because thank you. So I was like going underneath my stairs and having a look at some of the stuff that I still have, because one of the things I was thinking, if I get just a plastic pipe, I don't have to have like a separate piece of this as a handle. So I did have a piece of pipe because I have enough random shit that you can't believe I have. But it was 3/4 of an inch, and it was just too big. Like, knowing that if I have to fold some foam over around it to make the handle look like it has leather, it became too big. So, and also in the inside, it would be too much in the way of where I want to have the soundboard and everything to go. So I need to go to the shops and get a smaller. I don't think there is anything 10mm, but like something like 1.5 centimeters diameter maximum, and that would work. Then I have something that fits, and also something that I saw is that you have these little end tubes, so you can put that in the end of the chainsaw, and then have a magnet in there, and have a magnet on the piece of pipe, and literally put it in so it sits into the pipe, and then the magnet keeps it there as well. So I think that would solve a lot of our problems. And immediately I have a handle that I don't have to worry about. I will have to burn some holes in it so that I can get the wirings and the buttons connected, but that's a later solution. I did not get that. I was supposed to go today, but other things happened, and I hate going to the shops on Saturday. Too many people. Next week, 18th, is the first day of my holiday. I have 3 weeks holiday, so hopefully I have some more time to do shit. But while I was going through my under the stairs, I found this. And I know it's a bigger skull, because, you know, my height, my face for size. But I was wondering if this would be a better fit for the knee. I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Now, this is a more expensive skull. It came with a whole skeleton. Somebody want a femur? Or a... That's an elbow, I think. Trying to remember. Or is that... No, that's upper arm. I have to look at this and thinking what that is again. Because that's... Yeah. So... Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I was looking at it and I was like, oh, it might, you know... Definitely would work as a servo. I mean, some of the other skulls would as well. This is actually like a... I mean, I can buy another one next year, Halloween. Comes from Flying Tiger. But I was like, the size of the skull here, and I was like, but maybe this skull is better size-wise on there. So, deliberations, as I said. Just means that today I won't be working on the chainsaw, but I will be working on that next week, because I will be going, since I'm off on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and all that, I'll be able to have time to go to the DIY store and get all the things. Yeah, that's the only thing. That's one of the things I was thinking about, because do I have... Yeah, so... Thing is, if you compare that to this, the skull looks smaller on the knee. Also because probably I have a bigger knee, but... I have to work in mirror. Because here the spikes are pretty long. But I think what I need to do Yeah, it's my brain. This is sometimes just like, welcome to my brain. I'm never gonna finish this cosplay because I keep continuously trying to change things because I'm not 100% happy with things. Welcome to ADHD and perfectionism. Oh, other way. Oh, that reminds me. I was gonna check my. Working in a mirror is hard. Damn it! I really should just change my camera settings. I think. Yeah, this is so the problem with the webcam, I can't control as much. I would love a medium format camera. I would love a DSLR. It's just money. Where's my camera? Facecam settings. I can flip it vertically, but I can't flip it horizontally. Oh, hang on. No, that didn't do anything. That didn't change. Yeah. The thing is, it just it says, it gives me the option here to flip vertically, but vertically means I'm going upside down, which I have on my very upside down camera, my camera that's above my desk. I have that flip because the way the pole is at the end of the desk, it goes over my desk. So instead of being behind my shoulder like some people have it, it's in front of me, and I just flipped it so that it looks like normal. But I can't say here anywhere flip vertically so that it rotates that. So, and it's true though, it's like, how much more work do I want to do? Because I would have to remove all this and restart again. But one of the things, let me switch to, let me remove the knee. Where's the knee? Oh, there. So, if we go to crafting. Maybe. It's a chainsaw. After the chainsaw, we're going to do the shoes. So that got the lower body completely done. So, let me put the knee skull on. No, I mean, we have to do this. We have to do the freaking gloves. Like I said, it's going to be a winter project because it's going to be a moment where I'm really, really stuck in not being able to do any painting. So the camera above me here, that's the one that is flipped because it's connecting there. So I'm wondering, it needs to be higher here. So here it's a bit more like a slow. It needs to be maybe a bit more up and down, and then it may look a little bit better. So we just have to work with this. I think, yes, I just convince myself I need to just work on this. I think I want to make the cheeks a bit bigger so that I can make his teeth a little bit wider. Because it's difficult to see at the moment. But so you can see here that I've got, it's very slopey, and there it looks more like straight down, like the head is here. So I think we just have to work with what I've got at the moment, because yeah, I mean, I need to really start finishing this cosplay, especially if I'm thinking about going to PeerCon. I really want this to be more like in here, so that this bends more, so that it does, so, because at the moment, like I said, this point here rubs against the thigh armor. I think this side is pretty alright here, going in and then there, but here it needs to be more down up. Right. Doesn't really have a forehead at the moment. It needs to be more straight down, I think. So, luckily, I did get all my stuff ready for that. And you live for another day until I decide to make something else out of you. Because don't ask me why I bought that. I bought the plastic skull, skeleton with skull, like 2 years ago? I haven't done anything with it because Halloween here is not that big. But I thought, it's cool, it's on sale. So I did prepare, because I do have my water and my foam clay ready. So let's put the mouse away so it doesn't get all over the place. So, yoink. So let's think. So I do think it needs to be here. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Come on, camera. So, somewhere there. I need to figure this out, because putting my fingers in my coffee, that will be a good one. There is a chance that the gloves will be the very last thing I do, but you know. So. Let's make my hands wet, because so it doesn't stick to my hands so much. Let's see if I can build this up. So let's, and then go down. That's my poker sticks. So I need to make it more flat there. So it's more like a straight and then go down. See, this is why I like streaming. Other people have input. Because otherwise, shit never gets done by me. I'll be procrastinating for the rest of my life. And I also have to make like the little things in there. So that it has like little concave. Ugh. Not sure I'm gonna do that yet, but we'll slowly work on it. Like I said, I have another pot of clay, so see, that makes it already a little bit better. And then make it you stay upright, please. Can I just move you? Yeah, that's. There you go, that's better. So now, how am I going to make the... Like with the spiderweb idea there. Right, so it's got a little bit more of a skull idea, but now I need to find a way of making that little... So it's a bit like a... Right, so I think got that a little bit working. I think that side looks alright. Just keep pushing like a circular. I might need to put a little bit there to make the graduation correct. I think that works. Again, it's hard to see on the camera. There's nothing I can do about making it look any better. It's just a simple Logitech. Right, so same thing has to happen on this side. Oh, and for those of you who are here that are not part of the subscribers, you might get an ad. Okay. I think that's slowly getting there. Does it have it on the inside? Not as much, but I think I pretty much have that done. I think. Even hard to see for me at the moment because of the amount of water that I've put on it. Another thing I finally did is put a piece of kitchen roll ready for me because I keep forgetting that. I think it needs a bit of stuff in this corner. Make it a bit more like a circular idea. I think that works. Leave that to dry for a bit. We'll check up in a minute. Now, how am I going to fix that part? Okay. Let's wet it so it sticks. It's always the way. First of all, let's try and make it more of a forehead. Make sure it lines up with the other side, because otherwise it's a bit odd. Damn it. need my fingers to be wetter. Alright, so let's try that. Right, so I think that looks a bit equal. So now I have to make the little... No, it needs a little bit more on the side. Okay, we're getting there. Needs a little bit more there. There's going to be a lot of sanding needing to be done here. Needs to be about there, and then it needs to go circular here. So that's same level as the other side. I think that side is pretty alright now. Make sure that the spike's still visible. Just need to do a little bit on the other side. Ah, squish. And circle about there. I think that works quite well actually. Again, we'll have to let it dry a bit. Right, let go, stop it. Have to wait. Let it dry. Okay, let's again get a bit more forehead. Okay, bit more. Nice. Moderation works. I don't know if you can see it, but somebody tried to promote something spammy again. Since I now banned the word total viewers. Right. Does that make sense now? Yes, it does. Okay, and now just try and make this circular thing. Need some more in the corners. And this is why I've got most of those websites. I've got the words for those websites banned. You know, the main part of the website. So every time somebody tries it, thing is that they're probably not even in the stream. They just have a bot that does that. So they're not real people. Unless it's all caps. I think I've got all caps banned as well. I'm not sure. Right. So needs a little bit more. In that corner. You won't get banned. I think you'll get timed out though. I can't remember. This is one of the things I've made a whole list of things that I want to do for my stream. One of the things is go through that because I kind of use half Streamlabs, so I use half Stream Elements bot and a part. Although I think I've switched it off. I think I switched completely over to Stream Elements for the bot. Because I've had some issues with the bot from Twitch themselves. Nightbot. I think that's getting there. These spikes will need to be better, but I think that's easier to do with just sanding, so... I wish my hands weren't dirty because I need to switch this song. Can I not just go next? Because this is... I know I'm on the emo channel, but... I'm not on the Acquire Myself a Sleep channel. Let's try with my left hand. Next! I don't know if that works. I know Pretzel Rock is in here, but... Right, so now I need to make it a bit more circular. So I need a bit more... It's good I'm reasonably ambidextrous. Okay, I need a little bit more there. Yeah. Right, so that's a little bit better. And now to make the little... Again, we'll have to wait till it's fully dry so I can see exactly what I've done there, but... Some of these spikes need a little bit of sanding. But I think that's already getting a bit better. I think I need to make these cheeks a bit more obvious. Okay, getting there. Okay, can I... Because it's not as... Well, it's reasonably straight on that side, so... Yeah, come here. There's a bit of a hole here I found before. Plug that up. I think these teeth just needs to be a little bit wider. There's just something wrong with those. Yeah, that's getting better. Less Punisher, more Skull. Hey, Unreg, I did message you, as you always say, give you a poke. Still here? Only started like 45 minutes ago. I assume Fraxy's out. But I know you were flying. As in, playing War Thunder. Well, at least you admit that Sim is boring. It's getting... I don't want them to be higher. I want them to be fatter. Right. But yeah. Sleep's important. And I need a bit more on the bottom. Right. Ah. Right. Right, let's make it flat. Right, so I think these are a little bit better now. That I need a little bit more on that side. Right. I think that's better. Let that dry a bit because we can see better where it still needs. But I think that makes up for some of the issues. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. A little bit in there. Make that nose a little bit better. I need to use my tool for that because it's a tiny spot. Right. I think I should stop fuffing about with it. Just keeps faffing about with it, of course. There we go. Right. Stop playing with it. I do think that that's an improvement. There's still... I will never be 100% happy with it. I need to give up on that because I know myself too well. Everybody's at their keyboard. Everybody's doing something. Right, let's try this. Right, I think. Where's my mouse? Remove the knee. Here we go. Right. Oh, could I change it here? No, I don't want to remove the device. I want to go to properties. I'm just thinking, how can I go there? No. Doesn't tell me how to. Never mind. I'm gonna look that up another time. I need to find a way. So this is my left hand, but on the screen it looks like it's my right hand. I need to figure out how I can swap it. But anyway, this is one of the things I want to do in my holiday. Is completely redesign the stream for 2025. So we'll be doing some of that. I was going to do something and I can't remember now. Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. So because I'm not doing anything with the chainsaw, because I need to get the piece of plastic that I want to get, piece of pipe, I thought while we're waiting for this to dry, we'll have a look again. Since this is all lower leg, see, I'm gonna have a figure out with the shoe armor. Now there's gonna be an ad in 2 minutes and 30 minutes. In that ad, I'm gonna wash my hands, so we'll do a be right back. So I wanted to go and so these are my boots. These are the walking boots. Oh, and they look terribly red, but they're not as red. Let me see. See if you look at the other camera, they're actually not as red as the other ones. They're like a dark red. So we started working on a new concept. So this is the original boot, and that's the one I've made after. So this one actually moved quite well, but if you look on the side, you can see where the black line is. If I look on the picture, this is on the same level as that, and then in that. So I recreated it and slightly made the front different. And now this and this aligns more. However, now it needs to not move down because your toe goes up. So it needs to be able to move this way, and it can't. So I have to redesign it so that this works. So and you can see as well inside that this is not straight, so this needs to be changed as well. So we have to see on this side it looks right because it's all straight line. But I still am in an iron about like have I got the feet here? Legs. Have I not got the feet? I have the feet, don't I? I don't have a picture of the feet. God damn it. It's just the legs. It's not as round here as it is on the picture. Now, okay, I know. How far do I have to go? But we're going to add. So I'll go and wash my hands while I'm in the ad. It's only slightly a bit dirty. And we'll see you in a bit. Oh, Henrik, you made me laugh while I was away. Oh, man. Anyways. At least I didn't forget my mic this time. So anyway, yeah. So this is the very first one I made. That was too short. So then I made this one. So where's my... Yeah. Oh, here they are. 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one? Should have 4. Oh, there. There you go. Oh, and screwdriver. Helps. Anyway, so let me screw these back together and I can show you. Yeah, it doesn't. Ah, no, that's a good test. So I must have switched that off. So let's compare and see what we can fix. So I got the foam out as well, because it's just 1mm foam. One. And everybody's wondering what I'm using to put these together. The Chicago screws. Because I thought, if I ever have to repair anything, if I do this permanently, then I have to take and redo the whole thing. If I just, one thing breaks, I can just take it apart. And as you can see, from the previous time, I have kept those. So Chicago screws is a screw, which is sad. So this side is flat, that side has a screw cap, and it just screws inside. Previously I had 2 long ones, they were too long and it was really not working, and I made some smaller ones. I was praying that they were the right size, and they were, so... Alright. Right, the great thing about these Chicago screws is that now I have movable armour. So the thing is about this one, it actually moves underneath. And that's what you need, because if you step, you go up. This one moves down, it doesn't move up. So I won't be able to, I mean, I'll be able to walk like this, but I won't be able to bend my foot. I mean, top side works reasonably well. And it moves up and that way, but this way. I needed to be able to move up and down, like how your foot would work, and it's not working on this side. So I have to look how I can fix how it sits on the inside. So also what I noticed, this one is too short. There's a lot of gapping there. Oh, there's actually quite a gap here as well. Okay. So is it too wide maybe? Could be. Yeah, because I tried to move them more, because it was worse. I tried to move the, because you can see here where the original holes were. So I tried to move it inwards so that it would maybe move more, but it still doesn't. And I think it's just too wide. So, because also, of course, you know, when you put it, to remember which side to switch. So when you put it on the shoe, see, that's another thing that I've noticed. Needs to be longer. At the moment, it doesn't cover the boot completely. So am I? So where does the foot bend? There. So this is the physics of cosplay. So when I bend the foot, that's, so this is the pivot point there. I have an idea. Ah! There you go. It'd be funnier once I get the text on screen so everybody can see it even in YouTube. We'll try that. Okay. So this is cosplay is science. If you're sewing something, you're doing a lot of math. And when you're doing something like this, like armor, it's a lot of physics. Jason! Thank you so much! Thank you for the resub! Aww! And welcome in! Isn't it like ridiculously late or early? But yeah, thank you so much! We're doing physics! Kinda. I really should walk around in these shoes so I can get used to them. Only 2:30. You can shake hands with Henrik. He's our resident insomniac as well. So if I bend here, is it in the right spot? It is actually quite in the right spot, so... Okay, okay, okay. Could actually be a bit more forward. No, it's the right space. Right. So this side looks alright. It's just the other side that's changing over. Also, I feel like I've got an issue with the Velcro that I said I was potentially gonna have. I haven't tested it, like fully walking into. Okay, so that's okay-ish. Do I have to redo the toe? Because it's too wide, not long enough. But then it makes it too long. I have a feeling that this one needs to be longer. That would work if that's just longer. But also, this is quite flat, and on the picture it's quite like a slope. But this is more like that. Oh, brain! Why can't we not solve this puzzle? So I do think I am just going to heat it up for a second. Still going to try. Oop, wrong way around. Lift the heavy stuff. Right, so let's. I think I might have to make a new one though. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it like. Because it's also a bit wide on the shoe. I mean, if you look at it that way, it's a bit big. Right, so what we're going to do, I think, go! Hopefully I can reuse this. I don't think so, but I'm gonna try. Yep. That's a nice thing about Warbler. I mean, with foam you have to restart. With Warbler, there's a chance you can actually mess around enough with it that it because it's a thermoplastic. Can I make it less round and more pointy? There we go. Hold out till it's not as cold, not as warm. Starting to look a little bit more like the way we want it. So you're slowly getting a bit more of a pointy shape. Though it does need to be a bit better. Because it's a bit of an obvious seam there. But I've managed to get it a little bit. So it fits a bit nicer around the boots. I do think that's a bit better. Let it. So yeah, I do think, but it might be a bit too long now. Yes, it is. That's the problem. See, I think I found the reason why it's not bending properly. Because it's kind of too long. Because if I talk about, like, when I say the boot bends there. Don't want to draw on these. These are expensive boots. So it's there. Yeah. So it shouldn't go really that far behind that. So it's like there. So if I compare that to, let me remove that. compare that to this length. Yeah, so that's the problem. I've made it too big, too long. So now it can't bend because it's in the place where it's supposed to. Okay, so back to the drawing board. So this one is there, so this one needs to be longer. Not that much longer though. To there. Go a little bit longer. Okay. Okay. Oh. So let's loosen these up again. No. Did I not put one in? So the problem with these Chicago screws is losing the little bits, the little ones, the screw part. So this little bit is so small. Ooh, like I said. And if I don't find it, my cat will. At the moment, their favourite piece to play with is a piece of EVA foam. Okay, so I want to know that side is correct. This side is too long. So it needs to be a little bit shorter. So I need to keep. Let's use yellow. Lolo. Do I have the originals? Yes, I do. So actually I made that the correct size and I just made it too long. Right. So one of the things I have to remind myself. Which side is correct? This size. Is that because I'm still putting Warbler over it, I need to make them slightly smaller. Now one of the things that we realise, so which side did I say was correct? This side. So this needs to be shorter. And it needs to be longer. Okay. Right. Let's try something. I'm trying to have a quick of a measure. How much of an overlap? 24. That's not much. Yeah. So it's smaller than 24 because that's the Warbler size that I need. Okay, so there. And then move this here so I get the right. But now the question is, I need to make this longer. Yeah, I realise now. If I look at this now, that warbler goes over it. That definitely was too much. So if I make it there, I think that would be alright. Okay, now how much longer do I need it? Where's my tape? You stick there. Right, so how much is that? Centimetre and a half. Okay. I don't think I need it to be that sharp down, so oh, it's in the middle that I'm measuring as well. Okay. Centimetre and a half in the middle here. So centimetre and a half. Why do I always lose everything that I'm using? Half over there. I think we can try that one. And see how that works. There we go. Right. Oh, right. Oh, good choice to have a membership because you're not going to get any of the ads that are running at the moment. So. Probably have some cold coffee left. Yes, I do. Yeah. Right, let's see. actually. It's pretty alright. I think that might give enough space, although it still needs, you can see how much it sticks out there. Needs to be closer to the boot. So that works. Okay, okay. Put that away for a second. So if you can see how it was and what it's now, that's so much better. Alright, yeah. So I have an idea actually. Should be able to punch through it, don't I? Instead of using tape. Will that work? There you go. Needs a hole anyway. Might need to be a little bit smaller because the warbler's going over it. Did I just drop my... Pick it up in a minute. Ooh. Okay, stab a hole. Okay. Alright, and right, now I can move it. Ha! That'll do. Right, there you go. Now, I'm wondering. Oh god. I can actually try and make this a bit more. You have to be careful because Velcro melts. Okay, so I'm going to do it on this side. Does that make it a bit tighter? Still quite wide. That one is better now, but this one's still sticking out quite a bit. It's only the outside, so it's not like... Still. Right, let's wait for it to cool. Oh, a quick drink. Let's not let it loose until it's actually properly cooled, because it doesn't spring back. Right, come on. Still warm. It's probably because I left that in. Metal is a conductor. And again, physics! Right. Still bending, but not... Right. Actually, that is a lot better. Yeah. Ah, okay. Right, so, question. Is this going to work? Might need to be a tiny bit smaller. Scissors. It needs to be... Don't forget, it needs to get warbler over it still. Alright, I think. Just stay there, you laces. That looks about... This one needs to be a bit shorter. the bins in the bin. Bits in the bin. Not the bins in the bin. There we go. Right. So now we need to redo this. So it's gonna sit underneath. So that's a lot that we can take off. So my original was actually pretty on point. Okay. So and I also wanted to make it a bit more pointy, but that's okay. Go in there. So I need to make it so that it's it's a bit more pointy. So I'm wondering how I'm going to. So don't. The problem is this is interesting, but the seam is really visible. Can make it in one piece. It needs to make sure that it's going to be able to move underneath here. So because like I've got that. Do I not have the other one? No. So that's... Oh, all the things are trying to figure out how to do them. But it's got more of the shape here. Let's play... Is this big enough? No, of course not. I could try that. Grab another piece. Thank fuck this 1mm foam is very cheap. So ah. So I need about... Let's draw the original. Right. Where's my ruler? All of you are pretty quiet at the moment. What are you all doing? Ah! Is it? Well, Photoshop is difficult. The head tracking is yeah. I know how much my VR headset sometimes is a pain. Have you ever worked with Affinity? Yeah, because I don't have Photoshop anymore because it's too expensive. And when I reinstalled my PC, I thought I had saved my Photoshop and I didn't. So actually I've been on a trial for Affinity. So Affinity has got three things. It's got Photo, Designer, and Publisher. So the Photo is very much like Photoshop. Designer is where you can make like presentations, and Publisher is where you can make booklets and stuff like that. So it's got all kinds of setups. Now, of course, it's learning a new thing again, so that's been hard. But they give you 6 months of a 6 months free trial. That's what I found pretty cool. It's like, yeah, I can. I've made flyers. I've made posters with it. So. Oh yeah, I wanted to be more pointy, wasn't I? It's pretty cool software. It's not as expensive as Photoshop. I don't know, of course, how you work with it because mine wasn't 100% legal. But I believe they've gone to like an online thing, a monthly thing. Yeah, subscription. Yeah, Affinity doesn't have subscriptions. So once you bought it, you get all the updates. So let's see. Well, that's not going to work because there's no space. So it seems like I'm wondering how much I can form. I had CS5 and I thought I kept the software, but I did have only the key and not the software. So yeah. I mean, my Windows version is from when I was a student. So I got Windows 7 back then because I was like, for £35, yeah, I'll have it. So this doesn't work because there's no space. There needs to be a space. It's very close to what this was. So I either have to make this longer here to go like there. And that might work. Right, so I need to change again because I've realized that this doesn't work. So this one needs to go there. Centimetre and a half. God damn it! Screwdriver. Yeah, it seems a lot of software is going to like yearly, monthly subscription type things because it's a constant income. Because if you didn't, then you would probably still use the CS4 or bought CS5. Oh, almost. So, God damn it! Just about. Oh, see, I melted something here. we needed to add 1.5 centimeters. So they're almost straight then. That doesn't look right. Yeah, I know. It just annoys me that, you know. I can always adjust it, so let's... Alright, so... Alright, so let's try this again. Do I need to... Yes, because otherwise I'll lose them. I know myself too well. Come on. Go in. Okay, that's still fine. Alright, see if this works. Ah, come on, go in. Alright, let's put this back in. There you go. No! Just enough so I don't lose it. Right, so, does this still work? This does still work. Right, so... Okay, okay. Alright. it's got a proper arch. It's gone like wide again, isn't it? Yeah. Right. But now, when I put it up, it's got a proper arch. So I can see the arch, so that's where the other part goes under. No, this is not the way it's supposed to go. Alright, so it's not fully the way it needs to be yet. We're getting there. Damn it! Okay. Now, question is, will this move? Let's try this. Right, come on. Now try and put it in there. Okay. Might need to be a little bit longer actually. Oh, this is like a... Oh. Alright, let's see. Go in. There we go. Right. Wow, I feel like it's too long. No, I feel like it's a bit flat. No. Damn it. Try it there. This is trial and error for sure. Come on, get in there. Come on, in. About there. If it's too high, then we'll figure it out. Can I go? Because then, will it still work? Right, let's try that. I have a feeling this is going to not work. Actually, that's made a bit better. I feel that that might work. I have to remember there's going to be warbler around it, so I might have to still make it. There. Probably straight in the middle of those two. So. Alright, so let's. Right, so. Right. Question is, can I form this into to make it so it doesn't frickin'. This is the problem I had before. It's like without this like little weird point happening. I might just have to warble it over it and then just smooth it out. Because so I was really not liking this little weird point you can see. It's not as bad. We'll have to play around with that. Right. It's a mess on my desk. Here we go. Oh, God. Let's make sure I don't lose these things. Stuff to be put away. Because it's a mess on my desk. And I need to really draw this so that when if it works, I can do it on the other side. Let's move it the other way around. And this is the right foot. Okay, let's clean these up. You go there, you go there. You go there. One. Need these to go back in here. Don't lose them. Right. Where did I put the wobbler? It's got about 20-30 minutes to finish. Did I put it back? No. Oh yeah. Wobbler. See, I've been trying not to get rid of this piece so that I can still, it stays rolled up. I might have to though. Try and put it back in. Oh! So can I just draw on it so I don't have to hold this? Kinda. Oh, damn it. It is so inflexible. Oh. Ugh. Oh, I've not got my wobbler catcher. I'll have to put it somewhere safe here. Right. Ooh. Can I fold you back in? Oh, and then put this piece over it again. Oh, that works. Ooh, nice. Well, I can stay rolled up because it's a pain otherwise. Right. Well, a little bit of noise. Right, so that's... so cold in here, it just so quickly goes back to... where the fuck? Here we go. It's just fishing. Now I need to make some cuts, otherwise this is not going to go around the corner. There you go. Don't need that much. Keep those bits so we can squish them together and become something new again. Come on. Let's flatten it, make sure it's as flat as possible. Because one of the things we need to do is make sure that we bend it as well. So needs to go round. Try and keep it straight as well. That's the hardest part. Right. It's holding it here so it can be a little bit more curved as we want it to be. And this is hot. So that's starting. So if you don't have a subscription, you might get an ad. If you have Amazon Prime, you could get a free subscription. You can subscribe. And hopefully, after while I'm on my holidays, I'm going to be having that automated. Instead of having to type it, I can press a button. There you go. Okay, we're getting there slowly. I have to make it a bit more curved. Okay, we're getting there. It's a nice thing. Yes! Well, I started on it. At first, of course, I know about it because of Warhammer, of course. The first one. It's funny because all the different episodes are different games. So the first one was D&D. Second one was an anime, and I don't know animes. Trying to think now. What was the third one? I think number 5 was the Warhammer one. But one of the episodes is a Pac-Man one. And it's freaking dark. It is so dark. I like the Warhammer one because it's a pre thing for the game, isn't it? The second game. What came after that? Another anime thing, I think. Oh, it's. I just started by episode 1, and it was just a D&D one. It's like, huh? I thought it was all just Warhammer, but it's not. It's all different games. But yeah, the Pac-Man one was so dark. It was so awesome. But in general, they're really, really well produced. So I was confused when I started on the Pac-Man one, and I was like, how is this going to link into a retro Pac-Man game? And then little things, little drops of information came onto them, and it's like, oh. And yeah, it's dark. It's freaking dark. It's so cool. It talks about labyrinths and ghosts, but yeah, go see that one as well, the Pac-Man one. I mean, there were other ones that were obvious. They're all based on games, of course, so some of them I'm like, oh yeah. So now I have to make this go together, and then fold that over. Okay. Yeah, because yesterday nobody was online to play video games with, so I was like, you know what, I'll go and do some sanding on my right leg. Well, it's good I don't ban people for caps. Yeah, I was fully abandoned yesterday. There's nobody online. But yeah, I went to go and sit on Amazon watching the episodes for Secret Level and sand the right leg, so. Right, so let's see if I can do this in a way that makes. No, it still makes a point. I'm kidding there. I'm gonna squish this together without it looking like a fucking point. Right, I need to bend this still a bit more, but that actually has become slowly I did also read the live live instructions for potential VR stream. So right, just watching the time. All right, it's still a bit too flat, so let's. Ah, okay, cool. I'll have to practice. I haven't played Blade Saber in so long. I played 1 or 2 games and then realised how much I've got used to Ragnarok. It's also a little bit like so for such a long time I had a problem with this shoulder, so I couldn't move. I couldn't do this, so or I got all the way on the side. It's still a little bit. So when you do the side ones, it's still a bit. Ugh. It's getting there. Okay, that's getting. No, that's I need to. You. Right. Right, I think that actually works. Yeah, go underneath. I think that looks good. Need to neaten up the edges, but right. It needs to neaten up a little bit more, and I still need to make the holes in it, of course. But I do think that worked. This nose needs to be a little bit more. Alright, that works actually. Just tiny bit of a push down. Yay! Aha! Look at that. Look. That's... Right, so... I'm quite happy with that, how that come out. After all the iterations that I've had, this one, and this one, that one is actually pretty good. Right, I'm going to leave that on there so that it can dry. Because I looked at the time and I just saw the time. Oh. So yeah, I do. So next week we can do the redo the middle part. I still have to put the holes in this as well, so that I can connect it. But leaving that's 3 times the charm. One of those. But yeah, that looks actually pretty good. Finally. So this has dried a bit now, so this has started to... You can see now better how the little things work. And you can see the 2 that I did last are better than the first 2. So I'll have to probably do the other 2 next week. And I do like the fact that this is bigger now as well. I do think that works better. But I think next week we can finish that off. And then we just have to start forming this a little bit more around. so it doesn't hit my thigh armor. Now I did one thing I realised. So I put the thigh armour on and then put the calf armour on. And it's going to be really difficult to put my shoes on. Because all flexibility is pretty much gone. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting challenge. I'm probably going to need a helper. Or make sure that it's like super open. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting challenge. But yeah, I really like, you can see here, this really now looks very much like, where's my mouse? Mousey! Legs, skull. So yeah, you can see now this part and that part really looks like the image. So I just have to do that on the other side a little bit better. And probably have to sand and redo some of these spiky spikes. But yeah, I mean, I didn't have my leggings on with the Velcro to attach the thigh armor to that. But yeah, it was interesting trying to put the calf armor on even. Because it's quite rigid. It's not like... But yeah, I do think that side especially finally starts looking... Might have to do a little bit here to make this look more of a gradient. And on the other side as well. But yeah, I'm finally getting a little bit happier with it. And then it's just sanding and making sure everything is super smooth. And I've got to do some more of the filling and sanding there. I've got to do the inside of this one as well. I've not done that yet. But this is getting to look really good. I absolutely love this curve now. I'm so happy that we figured out how to do that. But yeah, because this is quite straight up, it hits my size here at the moment, so I need to curve it around so that, you know, there's space for the thigh armor to go down. But I'm pretty happy. And then just have to try and get it as smooth as this one. You know, the seams here are pretty much... There's still a little bit here and here that I need to do. And of course, this is just the first pass on these, so it still needs a little bit here. But this, you know, I think if I put some plastic dip on it, the seam is gone. If you compare it to... Where's my old one? Oh, I've knocked it down. Somewhere on the back. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, so... Right. Right, put the camera away. Right. Here we go. Right. Let's see who we can raid. Let's... where is it again? Here. Twitch. Okay, let's just first of all make sure that we got English. It's just, you know. Anyone I follow? Huh. Witchblade. That's a... Okay. We might do that. I think I might just raid her for the simple reason I think, who knows, I might get the last 10 followers I need for my 200 followers. So MC Croft is a body paint artist, and she is freaking amazing, because for someone to paint on themselves looking in the mirror, you have to work mirrored, and I even have trouble just holding something in my mirror aimed in the same direction. So Mel, she's called. She has. Let's just pause the music. Here we go. And she just, I think there's a big 1,000 behind her, so it might be her 1,000th stream, maybe 1,000 stop. I don't know. She's a big streamer, and she's pretty amazing in her cosplay. So it might be worth trying to just, you know, feels like a bit of a parasocial thing to do, but you know, there is not much else here. Why doesn't it remove my fucking tag? No, I didn't want to do that. Same category, that's the word. Because I don't quickly see. Another cosplayer, because in principle body paint is, you know, just as if you're under 18 and watching me at the moment, you might not be able to follow, because she is 18 plus. But I don't see any other cosplayers. Yeah, I mean Danger Angel's there, but I've just raided her quite a few times, so I really wish the 3D persons. No, I was gonna raid Mel. Oh, broken nail. I was like, right. So we're gonna do that. So next week, finish the skull, and then is the calf armor's done. That's scary. That's the calf armor done. Yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, so calf armor, and now that we, you know, figured out the toe, and we can finish off the shoes quite easily, because in principle the other foot is just a copy. So this is now done. So then we can just make another template and put it on the other shoe, and then that's going to be done next week as well. Also, I will be getting the pipe that I need for going to finish the chainsword. So we can start on that as well once we finish the calf. Because if we finish the shoe armor, we've got the calf armor done, we've got the thigh armor done, we've got all the lower armor we've got done. So I think that's all together is going to be pretty cool. Like, and if I get a tripod finally, you know, I can take some pictures. But yeah. So yeah, we're gonna raid Mel. Say hello to Mel for me. She's pretty amazing body painter. So how many people are watching her at the moment? 182. So you know. I'm gonna have to run to my other computer because, as always, the freaking sound doesn't work for some reason. So, but yeah, start raid. Yeah, it's 1,000 stream or 1,000 paint. Yeah, 1,000 stream. So. Alright. Just see if I can get the sound on here, but normally it doesn't work. See? Why does my sound not work there? Oh. No, it doesn't. So, right, okay. Stop dilly-dallying. So, I'll see you all next week. I'll be, doing the same chaotic thing I always do. But we got some work done today. We figured out the skull. We figured out this part of the shoes. So next week we'll just finish and continue, and have to wait till summer before I can paint everything. But yes, let's raid her, and I'll run to my other computer to be able to speak to her, because she'll probably say something. Right. See you all later.